Social media reaction genre, silly comments are considered especially heinous. At Dear Woke Christian, the dedicated content creators who investigate these horrible comments are members of an elite squad known as the Dusty Comments Unit. These are their stories.
And just like that, we're back. Happy 2025, everybody. Happy New Year. All right, we got a lot to do today. This is going to be a good one. We're just going to go over a couple fun things as relates to stats on the channel, see how you all are doing. How did you celebrate the 2024 closing out, celebrated entering into a new year? I got 2 video clips I want to talk about, and then we're going to be done. But I just want to start the year off by saying that I really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for rocking with me last year. For everybody who's either been with this channel from the beginning or this might be your first day, I don't know. But this is the best live chat on the internet that I can tell you, and I got the evidence to prove it. But I want to say thank y'all. I'm gonna go over some of the stats and stuff that happened last year compared to the year previous and such of that nature. Try not to keep it boring, try not to bore you, but we will go over that. And then I got 2 quick videos to discuss and such like that, and give you a lay of the land for the rest of the week, because there's some pretty interesting stuff coming up this week. So real quick, shout out to Mandy. Thank you so much. Grace and peace. She was doing a wonderful year-end closeout stream on yesterday. Good morning to you too, Brother Waller. Good to see you. Grace and peace to you as well. Hopefully you all had a wonderful, looks like you all had a wonderful 2024 celebration, New Year's. Do y'all go out into these streets? Do y'all go out into the streets, or do y'all stay home? I think I'm totally feeling like I need to be team stay at home. I was a little bit out in the streets a little bit, but I truly feel like I don't want to be out here in these streets. What am I out here for? What am I out here for? So anyway, hopefully you all had a wonderful day. So let's get at this. Let's get at this, because I just want to talk about a couple of things that have improved over the year. And I think it would be I'd be remiss if I didn't say thank you all, because you all really made this thing happen. What did he say? A great evening, quiet night with my missus. Today is our 17th anniversary. Congratulations and happy 17. Here's to 17 more. Cheers. I think we'll be celebrating 23 in February. So I said, I think, right? I'm gonna get in trouble for that. We will be celebrating 23 in February. Shout out. Congratulations. Congratulations. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm gonna go over the stats first. I'm looking at my notes over here. I actually was gonna do a video, then do the stats, but I'm gonna do the stats first, and then we'll just do videos on the end, because I just want to say thank y'all. And in my opening, I want to say thank you to everybody who taps into these videos and such of that nature. So let me go over these real quick. And I couldn't come up with a really fun infographic. I still want to make one. I just couldn't come up with a good one, probably because I started too late. But yeah, I'm trying to come up with a better infographic. So let's just talk about it. Last year, this channel saw 5 million views. Now that might not mean a whole lot to you. You might be like, well, 5 million, what does that mean? That's a lot of views. That's a lot of views. Now, granted, there's some content creators that get that many views per month, but for this channel, when you come back from 2023, in 2023, this channel got 1.2 million views. So not only did they quadruple, they almost multiplied up to the 4th power. Actually, 5th power. Let me see, just a quick math. No, actually 4th. So this channel grew exceptionally well in 2024. 5 million views coming off of a year previous where I got 1.2 million views. That's humongous. And it's because y'all be tapping in. So I want to say thank you to that. Now let's get to the other one. Last year, this channel grew by 20,000 subscribers. And you might be again saying, well, what's the big deal? Well, the fun fact is in 2023, this channel only had 7,000 subscribers. So again, this channel almost grew 3-fold last year, and it's because of y'all sharing the videos, commenting on the videos, liking, sharing, all that kind of good jazz, let YouTube know that, hey, Jason is over there doing something that might be beneficial to share with other people. Now, I bring that up because there's some other like highbrow numbers that YouTube gives out, and it's called click-through rate. Click-through rate is when people see your thumbnail, when people see your channel's name or your channel's logo up, how often do people actually click on it based upon them just scrolling on by it? So because of you all drove the click-through rate on this channel up substantially. And if I got my numbers correct, and I'm gonna make a better infographic, I promise you. I promise you I'll make a better infographic. If I'm getting it correctly, my click-through rate was 21%, which is pretty substantive. That means that basically 1 out of 5 times when somebody saw one of my videos, they clicked on it. That's pretty big when you consider in 2023, my click-through rate was less than 10%. So again, it's doubled last year. That's because of y'all. Now, I will tell you this up front. This year, I'm going to do my very best to double the views on this channel. So this last year, I did 5 million. In 2025, I'm going to go crazy and try to see if I can hit 10 million. That's a big order, but let's see what we can get. Also, with the 20,000 subscribers from last year, I'm trying to get that many subscribers before April of 2025. Before I turn 21, I want to hit 50,000 subscribers. And before we close out the year, I'm putting my big goal out there. I want to hit 100,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I know it's crazy, but at least I'm putting something out there as a goal. So that means that I have to continue to give you all content that you all like to watch, that you all enjoy engaging with. Of course, keep the best live chat on the internet. And so that's going to be my goal. And we'll see how it works. We got to see. I want to say thank you to the 200 members that have joined the channel. I didn't have any members in 2023. So the fact that I got 200 when I closed out 2024 last night, I had 200 members to this channel. That's insane. And that is absolutely boggles the mind. And I want to say thank you to all of you all. Now, this is something interesting that I might not, maybe makes sense, maybe it doesn't. Not everybody that watches my videos are actually subscribers. According to YouTube, 76.3% of you all that watch my videos are not subscribers, which is cool. But because you like the content, and that's great that you watch it, because that drives the views up, that drives the engagement up, all that kind of good jazz like that. But just imagine if everybody who watched the videos actually subscribed to the channel. That would be insane. So I want to say thank you to the 23.7% of you all that have all subscribed. Shout out to the 76.3% of y'all that have not subscribed. Keep watching the videos, and if you do like this content, make sure you hit that like button as well as subscribe to the channel. And then the very last thing is what's called the average view duration. What is that, Jason? That basically means when somebody starts watching a video, they watch it all the way to the end. So my average view duration in 2023 was pretty abysmal, because people would start to watch the video and they wouldn't finish it, and so on and so forth. For whatever reason, in 2024, my average view duration went through the roof. And it's because you all, I guess, like what I'm doing. So I want to say thank you all for letting me know that the content that I'm putting out here is content that you all enjoy engaging with, and that you all want me to continue to do, so much so that you watch the whole thing. So whether it's a 20-minute video or an 8-minute video, or I try not to put up too many multi-hour videos anymore, but because of that, you all like those type of content, and I really appreciate y'all. So thank you all very much. I try my best not to do that, Dwayne. I try my best, and I've been guilty of it. Let me, 2025. I'm the Black Pope. I'm giving out indulgences. I've done it before. I try not to do it, but I know exactly what you're talking about. And funny fact is, A lot of the time, it's around a very salacial character. Y if you just do a search for Tiffany Henyard, most of the content that you find comes up is gonna be clickbait, and I think you used it right here as well. Don't put clickbait in the titles. If you do a search for Tiffany Henyard and, like, do FBI or Tiffany Henyard and arrest, most of those videos that come up are gonna be clickbait. And so when Tiffany Henyard says people use her as clickbait, she actually isn't lying. She actually isn't lying. 'Cause a lot of the time, the stuff that does pop up is nothing more than clickbait, and so I try my best not to do that, and you all are welcome to hold me accountable. You can always email management if you think that I'm doing something that's clickbaity or maybe not delivering on the title. I try my best. I'll let you know this. I script out my video, and, I script out my video, what Imma do. I do the title, and I do the thumbnail, and then I shoot the video. So the title is already in my mind. The thumbnail, the image that you all are gonna click on is already formulated. And then when I do the video, I'm trying to gear my conversation toward that goal. So I try my best not to get off track, if you will, try not to go too far off the rails. Now, I've gone back and edited a thumbnail, changed the title, so on and so forth. I've edited videos and I've edited titles and thumbnails after the fact, but I try my best not to do that as a regular practice. I try to do those things ahead of time. So, but yeah, let me know, please. Yeah. Oh, Dwayne is in my notes. He already knows that there are too many bot channels with AI. You keep Dwayne, y'all, Dwayne know what he talked about. Dwayne, because that's exactly what they are. They're bot channels, and they literally just they put a B-roll, there's a voice going over it, and it's not real content. Same thing with Fonnie Willis. If you search Fonnie Willis, you'll get tons of bot channels. And man, good catch, man. Good gracious. Dwayne isn't, you know exactly what you're talking about. I love it, man. Thank you so much, brother. So let's get into this. Let's talk about. So I want to say thank you again to everybody who's not only liked the videos, not only come and check out the live streams, not only support through the various and sundry ways, but for all of you all that tap in with us on a regular basis. It means a lot. And I really, really do appreciate it. Now, I do want to talk about Tiffany Henyard because I there's a topic that has come up quite often, and I don't know why it doesn't get a lot of address. And we've talked about it once or twice on this channel, but I want to bring it up again just for you all to maybe kind of tease it out a little bit. Sorry about that. Okay. What we are going to do today is I'm going to pull in this video. I don't know why I'm acting like I can't do my videos today. All right. Let's see. This looks good. All right. And this is something I a lot of people have brought up, and there's been so much conversation about Tiffany Henyard, and I kind of want to maybe do a little bit deeper dive into some of the conversation. So one of the things a lot of people have brought up is why does she put her name on every stinking thing in Thornton or in Dalton? Well, respectfully, why does she do that? So I did a little bit of dive, and there was actually a whole news article, almost a 4.5, 5 minute news article on this topic alone. And I don't know how it kind of slid under the radar, if you will. So let's bring it in, and then we're also going to look at Thornton's website to kind of pinpoint this conversation. So let's go ahead and go. No sound, okay? All right, so my people just said there's no sound. Let's make sure we get that fixed. Okay. Interesting. Okay. 1 second. I apologize about that. Because we're starting new year off wrong, Jason. Let's do that, fix that, man. Let's get this right.
But would you advise one of your candidates to do something like that using taxpayer funds?
No, not using taxpayer funds.
Okay, so if you've driven one of the expressways in the south suburbs recently.
Okay, can you real quick just let me know, Walter or Costa Chameleon, if you can hear that? I just want to double check. I've fixed it. I didn't click on a button when I brought the video in. Can you hear this? Let me know.
But would you advise one of your candidates to do something like that using taxpayer funds?
No, not using taxpayer funds.
Okay, so if you've driven one of the expressways in the south suburbs recently, you've no doubt seen one of these giant billboards. They feature the name and the face of a smiling local politician. What you may not know is the money for these billboards is coming out of taxpayers' pockets, and that's raising questions for Tiffany Henyard, the Dalton mayor and Thornton Township supervisor, who has already come under fire for spending public money promoting herself.
Dane Placco has the latest chapter in his ongoing investigation into Henyard's questionable spending.
Take a drive to the south suburbs and you can't miss them. 4 giant billboards featuring Tiffany Henyard's name in large letters, along with her picture, smiling down on the thousands of cars going by on Interstate 57 and the Bishop Ford Expressway. What are they advertising? One says fresh produce, another senior services, and this one simply says we offer general assistance. There's a phone number, but you wouldn't know what it's for unless you can read in teeny tiny letters, Thornton Township Supervisor, as you're speeding by.
I do want to point out before we jump in, notice everything that they're doing is all services that the taxpayers are basically funding. Senior services, food pantry, all of that stuff, fresh produce, those are all services so it's nothing new. It's not like come to Dalton because we have lower income tax. Come to Dalton because we're giving out small business licenses like candy. Nothing like that. Just something interesting. Let's keep it going.
These are the billboards that have gone up along the expressways.
We showed the billboards to Bert Odelson, an election attorney who's been working in Illinois politics for 50 years.
When I first looked at it, I thought, what is she running for now? Because that's what it shouts out.
Odelson, who represents a political faction opposed to Henyard and Dalton, says it's clear the billboards are promoting more than township services. He says they're essentially campaign ads.
This is a blatant attempt to promote herself politically. The township should not have paid for these if they did, and I'm sure they did.
They did indeed. Bills obtained by Fox 32 under open records laws shows Thornton Township paid more than $10,000 for the vinyl signs themselves, and more than $12,000 to Clear Channel Outdoor Advertising for 1 month's rental of the billboards.
What was your reaction when you saw it?
Well, first of all, I didn't know anything about them.
Thornton Township trustee Chris Gonzalez says the board was never consulted about the billboards, which he says needed their approval.
Kind of some of the first things that popped in my mind is, what are we doing? This isn't a big sale. We're not selling cars here. I mean, if it's informational, then it should be informational. I mean, there's so many other ways we could have spent that money. That would have, directly helped people.
This isn't the first time Henyard has used taxpayer dollars to burnish her own personal image. In fact, on other occasions, she spent a lot more.
Hey guys, this is Super Mayor Tiffany Henyard.
Earlier this year, Fox 32 showed you how Henyard spent tens of thousands of dollars using employees and vehicles from the township and from Dalton, where she also serves as mayor, for a week-long walk to Springfield to promote her self-named cancer charity, which is yet to file required reporting. And you can't turn your head in Dalton or Thornton Township without seeing Henyard's picture or name. It's on all the government-owned vehicles, buildings, even on the rugs in the township, where we found a Tiffany Henyard 2024 calendar.
Y'all, that's savage. Y'all, come on. A calendar? Wait till you see what information is on the calendar. You're not ready for this.
These giant billboards, they feature
Oh,
the name
wait.
and the face of a smiling
Campaign ads laws shows
Well, first of all, I didn't know anything about them.
which he says needed their approval.
Kind of some of the first things that popped in my mind is, what are we doing? We're not. This isn't a big sale. We're not selling cars here. I mean, if it's informational, then it should be informational. I mean, there's so many other ways we could have spent that money that would have, directly helped people.
This isn't the first time Henyard has used taxpayer dollars to burnish her own personal image. In fact, on other occasions, she spent a lot more.
Hey guys, this is Super Mayor Tiffany Henyard.
Earlier this year, Fox 32 showed you how Henyard spent tens of thousands of dollars using employees and vehicles from the township and from Dalton, where she also serves as mayor, for a week-long walk to Springfield to promote her self-named cancer charity, which is yet to file required reporting. And you can't turn your head in Dalton or Thornton Township without seeing Henyard's picture or name. It's on all the government-owned vehicles, buildings, even on the rugs in the township, where we found a Tiffany Henyard 2024 calendar featuring all the important dates to remember, including her birthday.
I would be having a fit if she was my client, telling her not to do this.
Veteran Chicago political consultant Delmarie Cobb says there would be nothing wrong if Henyard were using her own political funds for those promotional materials, especially the billboards.
I actually had a candidate years ago who was running for mayor of Dalton, and that's what we did. We bought billboards along the expressway, because if you're coming and going home all day, and one of the things I always say about billboards is they're working when you're asleep.
In 2011, state lawmakers passed a law banning the practice of politicians putting their names on publicly funded signs, spurred by these tollway signs featuring former Governor Rod Blagojevich. That law does not extend to mayors or other elected officials, but election attorney Odelson believes the billboards do violate state election laws.
It's a crime. Yeah, you're using public funds for something that taxpayer dollars shouldn't be used for.
And just when you think you've seen it all, take a look at this. When the first billboard...
Okay, I got to spoil this. I want you to look at this sign really good. Look at the sign really good and tell me what's wrong with the sign. I'm going to make it big again. Tell me what's wrong with the sign. Oh, that's not going to work, Jason. Do you see it? Do you see what's wrong with the sign? Put in the chat once you see what's wrong with the sign. No, not missing an R. Aha. I like Dwayne. They made that whole sign, and there's a giant spelling error. It's Thornton. It's missing an N. Can I buy an N, please? Absolutely. Okay, let's finish this up.
went up last summer, Thornton was misspelled as Thornton. Another sign had to be ordered, apparently at taxpayer expense. Dane Placco, Fox 32 Chicago.
So far, Henyard has not responded to any of our questions about the billboards. And tomorrow, Dane has another Henyard investigation. This time, he exposes a new law that cuts the salary of the Thornton Township supervisor by $200,000, but only takes effect if someone else gets her job. A political poison pill tomorrow at 9.
Yeah, so that was lots of you all brought that up when we've been watching Tiffany Henyard content. And I said, man, let me pull up and let me just see what else we can find. And so I found this one, and we've gone over this one before. And this is just the Thornton Township website. And notice that every page, senior transportation, that's something that the township does. They're hiring. That's something that the township does. Why is Tiffany's picture on there? Why is Tiffany's name on here? Bingo night. That's something that the township already did. Why is Tiffany's name in there? Cooking with Tiff. Apparently that was a thing I don't think it even went off anymore, but why is her name on it? Tech savvy, teaching various things to seniors, which is cool. I think that's needful. Let me back that one up. That one actually is needful. I think seniors need to know how to do those things. But why is your name on it, Tiffany? Like literally, her name is on everything. And I just think that is so wild. And I do believe I'm with Odelson, please forgive me, by saying that a lot of this just looks like campaign. This looks like a campaign activity, using the township's resources to campaign for your political gain. That is craziness. That is all. Thank you so much. If you don't mind, hit that like button on your way out the door. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace.
Hit that like for Devil Christian. Yo, for Devil Christian, smash that bell for DWC. Yo, smash it, just smash it. Hit that like for Devil Christian. For Devil Christian, smash that bell for DWC. Yo, smash it, just smash it. Hit that like for Devil Christian.